In today's complex business environment, leaders need not only to be prepared for the worst, but also to build their resilience. At The Human Factor, Corporate Integrity Matters' Sonja Stirnimann invites top executives, board members, and industry experts to reflect and talk about the realities of corporate integrity, risk, and ethical leadership. As an international governance authority, independent director, and entrepreneur, she understands the challenges leaders face. Integrity and ethical leadership are not just principles. They build resilience, enhance reputation, and create strategic competitive advantage for organizations and for individuals.
Welcome to the Human Factor Corporate Integrity Matters. I'm Sonja Stirnimann, your host and strategic sparring partner for high-stakes leadership decisions. This episode marks a turning point in the calendar. After summer breaks, reorganizations, or even strategic pauses, September brings the full weight of boardroom reality. We call it a reset. But the question I want to explore today is, when leadership resets priorities, where does integrity sit on the list? Every September, leadership teams return to intense decision-making. Budgets, restructurings, new project pipelines, talent reviews, stakeholder pressures. But rarely do we hear, let's revisit how integrity and resilience are embedded in these decisions. Why? Because integrity is often treated as a value, not a decision filter. But here's the risk. Financial stress reshapes priorities. Speed becomes more important than reflection, and long-term safeguards get deprioritized for short-term gain. In a recent client case, I observed the board resetting cost structure and capital allocation, but no one questioned whether ethical implications of the vendor shifts had been fully vetted. Months later, reputational damage emerged, not from fraud, but from a misaligned outsourcing decision made under pressure. It wasn't that the board didn't care about integrity. It's that it wasn't explicitly on the reset list. Strategic resets often look aligned. Everyone returns energized, ready, decisions move quickly, but high-speed alignment can mask low-depth discussion. So watch for fewer dissenting voices, shorter pre-reading cycles, let's just move this forward attitudes, and limited discussions on what values are driving decisions, not just numbers. Integrity is at risk when it becomes implicit rather than deliberate. I invite you to ask yourself now, what decisions are we making today that will test our values 6 months from now? This isn't about moralizing governance. It is about understanding that in these days of uncertainty, integrity and resilience are now strategic assets. Because investors ask about culture and continuity, customers assess trust and accountability, regulators expect transparent risk controls, and talent evaluates leadership based on alignment, not just ambition. If your reset doesn't address how you build integrity into goals, accountability, and decision rights, you are leaving the most reputation-defining elements off the table. And here's the truth. No strategy survives execution if its foundations are ethically fragile and lacking resilience. Here are 3 sparring prompts I use with board members and executives right now. First, reassess what integrity means at the leadership level, not policies, but decision rhythm. Where is ethical clarity most tested in your Q4 plans? Second, review your decision-making hierarchy. Is governance embedded in delegation or is it assumed? Third one, make space for dissent. Realignment is not consensus. It's courageous challenge. Who is asking the difficult questions? And if no one is, ask yourself, have we truly reset or just resumed? We call this season the return to business season. But the question I leave you with is, are you returning to business as usual or re-entering with renewed clarity? Because strategy will change, markets will shift, pressure will intensify. But integrity is the through line, or it's the hidden liability. If this message resonates, share it quietly with someone you respect. And if your organization needs to refocus its resilience before year-end, reach out. Now is the time, not after headlines, not after audits, not after exposure. Until next time, I wish you a great September. Stay strategic, stay grounded, and stay human.